So now we're going to do an experiment that is really fun, really exciting, and makes a little noise. We're actually going to literally blow a fuse. For this activity, you're going to need a balloon, and let me draw the balloon first. You'll blow it up, and now we're ready to add our fuse. Our fuse will be composed of just a single strand of steel wool. When the electrons travel across a very thin wire like that, a lot of heat is going to build up. That's our steel wool, and now I'm going to slap 2 pieces of tape over the top of either end to hold it in place. The tape I will show in yellow. First, I have to pull off a single strand of steel wool, and I will say that you need to be careful as you do this. It's a good idea to use scissors, because if you pull it and it slips through your fingers, it will cut your fingers. I have done that before. This piece is a little long, but we'll make it work. I'll take a single piece of tape and tape one side down. And then, since this is such a large piece, I'll tape it way over here. Usually you don't get a strand of steel wool that's this long. We just got lucky today. Make the gap as wide as you can, because there's still more we have to attach. Now we're going to attach our aluminum foil wires. And for this, we're going to use the color green just so we can see them. The aluminum foil wire will just hang down. There will be 2 pieces. They could just hang down. Notice that the gap between the 2 pieces allows you to see that little piece of steel wool in between. Also notice that you need to leave about a pinky's width of space between the 2 pieces. No more, and ideally no less than about the width of your pinky, right between those 2 pieces. And now we're going to add another piece of our yellow tape over the top. Actually, you can use several pieces of tape to get good coverage. You want this to be held in place very tightly. So be sure to get this right, and if it doesn't work, go back to this step and try again. You can arrange the wires like this to leave the gap, or you can turn them long ways, whichever is easier. I'm going to turn mine like this. And remember, no more than a pinky's width between those 2 pieces, and then tape it into place. And I recommend that you use a couple of pieces of tape to secure that foil and the steel wool into place. Our final step is to actually add our voltage. And for this, I'll draw our 2 batteries. So now we have 2 batteries in series, and when those 2 batteries come together, electrons will travel along. They'll meet high resistance across our little fuse that's underneath there, and it'll get hot. Because once again, this is a short circuit, right? There's no bulb or any other resistance in this circuit. So all of it will fall to our tiny little fuse that will heat up and burn up very easily. As it burns, guess what's going to happen? It's going to burn right into the skin of the balloon and kaplowey. The last thing to do is to connect the wires. Positives touch negatives when we connect batteries. Now, the last step is to connect this last wire to the positive end of this battery, and